With the safety of the future restored in the last episode, our heroes have returned to their normal lives of continuous training to see who will become the strongest. Well, except for Goku and Vegeta. Goku promised Chi-Chi he would get a job, and Vegeta is waiting with Bulma on the arrival of his second child, Bula. After a year has passed and Bulma has given birth, Vegeta goes to find Goku to ask to spar with him. Goku suggests that they should go to Beerus's planet for their sparring match, but before they leave, they gather the others. Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, and Piccolo join Goku and Vegeta's sparring match to see who is the strongest. They all arrive on Beerus's planet and are confused to see Whis talking to someone who resembles him and Vados. Our heroes catch the attention of Whis and the other angel. The angel introduces himself as the Grand Priest, father to all of the angels. The Grand Priest tells our heroes that the Omni King wishes to keep the promise he made to Goku during the Universe 6 tournament, to host a tournament against the other universes, including Universe 6. Goku thinks this is an amazing way to test out their strength and skills. Whis asks his father the rules of this tournament, and the Grand Priest answers. The tournament will be held in the realm of neutral space, so there will be no risk of destruction. All participating universes will have a team of 10 mortals. Weapons or outside sources will be prohibited, and flying techniques will be banned. Killing is forbidden during the tournament, and lastly, once the last member of a team is eliminated, their universe will be destroyed forever. After hearing this, everyone was on edge, and the Grand Priest had one more thing to say. You have 48 hours after all the other universes are informed to get your team together and notify me that you are ready. Failure to notify me will result in instant disqualification and the destruction of Universe 7. Good luck to you all, and I will see you soon, the Grand Priest said as he departed to tell the other universes. Once he left, Beerus shouts at the Z fighters to go get a team together immediately. Goku, while scared, is very excited to see how strong the other universes are and tell the others that they need to come up with a team. Goku uses instant transmission to get everyone back to Earth to start planning. Right now, the team consists of Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin. Piccolo says that Gohan will be on board. Goku also says that Goten and Trunks can join as well since they have proven that they can continue getting stronger. That just leaves one more person. Krillin asked 18 if she would want to join, but she has a better idea. 18 tells the others about 17 and how strong he has gotten over the years. Krillin says he can go get him and test his strength before they make a decision. Krillin and 18 fly off to find 17, and once they get to his island, they shout his name to get his attention. 18 explains everything to 17, and Krillin says he needs to test his strength to see if he is capable of joining the team. 17 agrees, and they fly up to spar. Krillin activates his God Key and rushes 17. The fight is seemingly even until Krillin uses a Kaioken times 10 to amp up the fight. 17 responds but unleashes more of his power until the fight climaxes, as Krillin uses a Kaioken times 20 and 17 uses his full power. They are about to continue, but 18 jumps in front of them to stop the fight. Krillin is impressed by 17's power and gives him a handshake and tells him he's on the team. Once they got back to Capsule Corp, the team was assembled and ready for the fight. Whis notified the Grand Priest, and he teleported everyone to the Null Realm. The Grand Priest told the fighters the rules once more, and all was ready for the tournament. Now, I'm not going to go over every single fight that happened in the tournament. If I did, this video would be double its length, so I will go over the most important fights and try to cover some of the smaller ones as we go along. To begin with, every fighter that the Earthlings had issues with in the original story is just a joke now. Krillin easily deals with the blind fighter, Yamcha deals with Frost in his rematch, and Tien just overpowers the sniper. After that, the trio starts taking out general fodder in the tournament to make sure the others don't waste their energy. All three of the Earthlings are to stay in this fight, at least for now. They even take on the love trio Ribrianne, Kakunsa, and Rosie. The Earthlings did have some trouble with them, but in the end they couldn't handle these human-made gods. As for the rest of Universe 2, Goten and Trunks had fun with them and eliminated all of them. But before they did that, with the help from Gohan and Piccolo, they eliminated all of Universe 9 first. After dealing with Universe 9 and Universe 2, the boys find themselves up against Caulifla and Kale. Caulifla asks the boys to show her Super Saiyan 2 to see if it is the same form she used against Kale previously. The boys, although confused, obliged and transformed to show off. Caulifla is amazed and asks the boys to fight her and Kale. Kaylee is reluctant to fight, but gets dragged into the fight anyway. Trunks fights Caulifla, while Goten fights Kale. Goten begins to become bored with Kale and backs away from her. Seeing this, Caulifla gives Kale a disappointing look, and Kale begins to cry. Her tears of sadness quickly turn to tears of rage and begins to transform into her Berserker Super Saiyan form. Goten quickly realizes he is in trouble and transforms back into Super Saiyan 2 and rushes Kale, but his attack does nothing. Kale continues to rage, and Goten tries to escape. Kale eventually starts to become out of control and releases all of her energy. Just like in the original story, Jiren quickly stops her, and Caulifla stops fighting to catch Kale before she is eliminated. After this happens, Goku steps up to challenge Jiren, and their fight goes the same. The only difference is that Jiren has to exert more power because of the increased strength that Goku has gained. Goku still resorts to the Spirit Bomb and still ends up falling into the attack, resulting in Ultra Instinct Omen. The fight ends the same way, and since Frieza isn't there to give Goku energy, it's 17 that gives Goku energy and explains what happened to him. Since 17 has infinite energy, he restores Goku to full power easily. After this, Piccolo takes on the Universe 6 Namekian, and he easily manhandles them until they result to fusing as their last resort, but it still doesn't make a difference against a Piccolo with complete mastery over God Ki and the Kaioken technique. Meanwhile, Gohan is taking care of Universe 4 with ease. The only two fighters he has trouble with are the Bug Fighter and the Invisible Fighter. 17 steps in to take care of the Bug Fighter so Gohan can focus on the Invisible Fighter. Using his ability to sense energy, he finds and knocks the Invisible Fighter out of the ring, while 17 gets rid of the Bug Fighter alone with the entirety of Universe 4. As for Universe 10, they didn't stand a chance against a Vegeta and Yamcha team up. With all of that said, the only universes left are all of Universe 7, the top 3 fighters from Universe 11, the 3 Saiyans and Hit from Universe 6, and the remaining members of Universe 3 just fused into the giant Agni Rasa. Our heroes split up to deal with these threats. Since Universe 11 thinks they can't be defeated, they are staying out of the way, so all there is left to deal with is the rest of Universe 6. Goku, Gohan, Yamcha, 17, Krillin, and Piccolo decide to fight Agnilasa, while Goten and Trunks fight Caulifla and Kale, Vegeta fights Kaba, and Tien has his rematch with Hit. Goten and Trunks transform into Super Saiyan 3, while Caulifla and Kale transform into Super Saiyan 2. The boys are not holding back on these girls and eventually back them into a corner. As a last resort, Caulifla and Kale put on the Patara earrings that Champa gave them and they fuse into the mighty Kefla. Goten and Trunks look at each other and say, if fusion is allowed, and fuse into Gotenks. Now this fight seems even while they are in base form, but they both transform into Super Saiyan, and the fight gets more intense. Eventually, it is Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks versus Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. Gotenks traps her in a galactic donut and then blasts her over the edge, and the girls get eliminated. Gotenks doesn't realize that the rock that was underneath him was destroyed, and he ends up falling out of the ring as well, making Goten and Trunks the first eliminations for Universe 7. The next fight is the rematch between Hit and Tien. Hit is excited for this battle after seeing what Tien was capable of in their first fight. They both start by feeling out each other's power. Tien activates his God Ki and powers up to respond. Both of them clash, and the fight is seemingly even until Tien uses the Kaioken. With a 5 times multiplier, Hit is on the back foot but also powers up even more until it's a full power hit versus Tien with a Kaioken times 20. Hit lands a devastating blow on Tien, causing his body to spasm from the overexertion. Hit commends Tien once again for his efforts, but a clone blasts Hit in the back with a tri-beam. Once Hit collects himself, he notices that Tien's clones surround him, and all of them are ready to fire a tri-beam. Tien fires the tri-beam, and it seemingly hits him. After the dust settles and the light fades, Tien sees Hit standing there, unharmed. Again, Hit takes out all of Tien's clones one by one until Tien is defeated. Hit knocks Tien out of the ring and commends him for his improvement. Now for the Agnirasa fight, but nothing of note changes. 17 still jumps through the attack and cracks his power source, while the combined blast knocks the remaining members of Universe 3 out of the ring. Editor Silver here. I realized I forgot to mention the Vegeta versus Cabba fight in the original script. The fight isn't that crazy. Vegeta still promised him that he would restore Universe 6 with the Super Dragon Balls. I don't know why I said Gohan would fight him. I guess I just got overwhelmed because I couldn't wait to write the script for the Tournament of Power. Anyway, back to the story. Gohan and Cabba's fight isn't something to write home about. Cabba shows off his Super Saiyan 2 while Gohan does the same. Gohan sees that Cabba can handle more, so he transforms into his ultimate form and ends the fight. Now on to the magnum opus of the tournament, the fight with Universe 11. After seeing Universe 7 defeat Agnerasa and Hit staying in the tournament for so long, Universe 11 decides it's time for them to start fighting again. Vegeta scoffs and says, "It's about time you started taking us seriously." Top wastes no time in going after Vegeta. Yamcha sees this and he jumps in to assist him. Hit tries to go after Jiren, but Dispo stops him from starting that fight. So now it is just Goku, Gohan, Krillin, Piccolo, and 17 versus Jiren. Jiren stands out of his meditation and rushes past Goku to take out some of the weaker fighters. Krillin is the first to get knocked out of the ring, then Piccolo. 17 and Gohan survive the onslaught thanks to 17's barrier. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue and begins to fight Jiren, but he just isn't strong enough to defend himself. 17 tries to help, but it doesn't make a difference. Jiren is just on a different level. The Hit versus Dispo fight is going about the same way as it did in the original story. Hit ends up tricking Dispo into falling out of the ring by using his Dimension Slip technique. The fight with Top, on the other hand, is vastly different. Yamcha and Vegeta are keeping Top on the ropes with their coordination, lining up combination attacks to make sure Top doesn't overpower one of them. After a while, Vegeta and Yamcha push Top to the edge of the map, and before knocking him out of the ring, Top's energy starts to change. Top decides that the safety of his universe is greater than his morality as a Pride Trooper. Top can use his power as an up-and-coming god of destruction to transform. Vegeta and Yamcha try to blast him out of the ring, but it doesn't work and Top destroys the ground underneath Yamcha's feet, causing him to fall out of the ring. Vegeta says, "You think your god of destruction form scares me? Think again." Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution and battles Top alone. Meanwhile, Goku, Gohan, and 17 are on the back foot fighting Jiren. Goku yells to Hit and tells him that he needs to help defeat Jiren. Without a word, Hit jumps into the fight as well. Jiren is starting to get flustered, so he unleashes more of his power to keep up with the 4 fighters he is up against. Hit tried to use his time cage on him like in the original story, but it ended up going the same way, ending with Hit getting eliminated and Universe 6 getting destroyed. After this, Jiren incapacitates Gohan and 17. Goku gets thrown across the ring so Jiren can deal with Gohan and 17. Goku, while unconscious, was able to find a power inside of him, and that manifests into Ultra Instinct, but this time it is the silver-haired form. With all of the extra training with Whis and having more than just one person to spar with, Goku can master this form the second time of activation. So Goku battles Jiren until he has had enough and gets eliminated with ease by Goku. After the fight, Goku's body still breaks down and Goku also falls out of the ring. Now it's just Vegeta, Gohan, and 17 versus Top. And there is no possible scenario that Top can defeat all 3 of them, so he ends up getting knocked out of the ring as well. Universe 11 is destroyed, and the Tournament of Power has ended. The Grand Priest asks who will receive the wish, and Vegeta says he should since he got the last elimination. Zeno says for the team leader to take the wish, and just like in the original story, Gohan is the leader. So Gohan wishes for the other universes to come back to life and puts an end to the tournament. So now our heroes have returned to the status quo of ever-continuous training to become stronger. A new path to power has just been shown to our heroes, so there is no telling what will happen next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as I always say, I'll catch you guys next time.